I love. Trump also complained about the Department of Justice Inspector General's report that was released earlier this week. Trump claimed that the IG found a serious breach of his campaign's rights.
Then the Inspector General's shocking report proved that the Obama FBI obtained secret warrants to spy on my campaign. The FBI also sent multiple undercover human spies to surveil and record people associated with our campaign.
Okay, that's a bold claim. However, the Inspector General, Michael Horowitz, testified on Capitol Hill today, and his report didn't say what Trump says it said.
Did you find anything where the FBI planted spies in Mr. Trump's campaign?
We found no use of confidential human sources and placing them in the campaign.
Okay, no human sources. He didn't say anything about animals, but I seem to remember this enormous angry manatee in a man suit calling Mexicans rapists and asking Russia to release Hillary's emails. I mean, they didn't even give him a convincing costume. The skin was all loose and orange. That almost destroyed his campaign. So Trump got that wrong. Big deal, but the FBI should hold off on the victory lap. Because according to the IG, the FBI got a lot of stuff wrong, too. Starting with how sloppy they were when it came to getting surveillance warrants on American citizens.
We found that investigators failed to meet their basic obligations of ensuring that the FISA applications were scrupulously accurate. We identified significant inaccuracies and omissions in each of the 4 applications.
There was a bunch of them. One application omitted the fact that Carter Page was a government informant. One relied too much on the Steele dossier. And one of them was just investigate this guy, 'cause yeah. Horowitz said that there were FBI agents, both pro-Trump and anti-Trump, assigned to the case. But Lindsey Graham wanted to focus on 2 in particular, famed FBI lovers Peter Strzok and Lisa Page. And he read their texts out loud.
February the 12th, 2016. Oh, he's, Trump, abysmal. I keep hoping the charade will end and people will just dump him. March 3rd, 2016. Page, God, Trump is a loathsome human. Struck, oh my God, he's an idiot. Trump is a disaster. He's not ever going to become president, right? Trump is an effing idiot. Wow, Donald Trump is an enormous douche.
A damning chain of texts. I tell you what, I can understand why Graham is furious. Not only is that overt bias by FBI agents, they're stealing Graham's best material.
You know how you make America great again? Tell Donald Trump to go to hell. I think Donald Trump is a con man. I think he's a kook. I think he's crazy. I think he's unfit for office. He's become toxic, the world's biggest jackass. He's a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot.
Will the last vertebra to leave Lindsey Graham's spine please remember to turn off the lights? Graham's not the only Republican sticking by Trump through thick and... let's just stick with thick. House Republicans are fighting off impeachment regardless of how it might look in the history books, like Ohio Representative and man learning they don't make meat-flavored seltzer, Jim Jordan. Jordan told the Huffington Post, when it comes to future generations, I don't care how I'm remembered. Well, good. Because they've already carved your headstone. Another Trump ally takes a second to read it. Say it is. Take a second to read it. Another Trump ally out there who doesn't care how history remembers him is North Carolina Representative and man just too darn tired to hail Satan, Mark Meadows. Meadows insists most of the historical commentary will be about the process more than the individuals. Yeah, history is all about process. Nobody remembers the guys who wrote the Constitution. What were they called? The starter daddies? We also got an interesting take from Utah Representative and personal attorney to Colonel Sanders, Rob Bishop. Bishop had an even more depressing view on his legacy, saying that the idea that history would remember what Republicans do assumes that we're going to survive in this country long enough to have a history. Okay, that's pretty bleak. I guess that explains his campaign slogan, Bishop 2020, our bones shall return to the silent dust. But the President of the United States, the President is not the only Trump embarrassing our country overseas these days. We just found out that this past summer, Donald Trump Jr. went to Mongolia and killed an endangered sheep. First of all, who hunts sheep? I mean, that's the kind of manly Papa Hemingway rush you can only get by sneaking a hammer into a petting zoo. But wait, it gets dumber. One reason this animal is endangered is because it is the largest sheep in the world. Yes, Don Jr. is going after only the most elusive prey. Next, I'm hunting the rare, morbidly obese sloth. The trick is to kill them before they die of congestive heart failure. Now, if taking down a really big sheep wasn't achievement enough, turns out Don Jr. did the deed at night using a rifle with a laser sight. And you too can experience all the pulse-pounding excitement in the new video game, Call of Duty Farmyard Nap Time. We got a great show for you tonight.